Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Season 7, Episode 8, The Siege of AR-558. Now, first of all, the title alone is kind of a inside joke, I guess you could say. The production number for this episode is 558. It's the production number for the series. Like, the very first episode was like 401, and so now we are like 157 episodes into it, so the production code is 558. So I don't know, stuff like that jumps out at me, and I thought it was super interesting. Now, as for this actual episode, this was a fantastic episode. It was probably one of the best, at least in my top 10, maybe my top 5 favorite of the series. There's not a lot to say about it, though, other than kind of just my opinion pieces. There's not a ton of trivia or anything like that. So the episode is about the Defiant and some of the crew get sent to a planet, AR-558, where we're at battle with the Jem'Hadar, and 150 soldiers were sent on this planet to basically get to a communications array. And they're supposed to be rotated like every 90 days or something, but they've been there for 5 months, and only 43 of them are actually still alive. And so Deep Space Nine is very well known for how dark and gritty it is and how it's all about wartime. And I've actually said, like, we've been at war for like 2 seasons now. We've known the Jem'Hadar for like 3 seasons. I'm getting a little fatigued. It's getting tiresome. But that's kind of how war is. But when you watch sci-fi and when you watch Star Trek and stuff like that, it's really it's really easy to just be like, oh, we're at war, because you see like 2 spaceships like firing lasers at each other, and you just kind of dismiss it, and you're like, okay, that's done. Whereas this episode takes it to a real place, and you actually see, like, this is a dark episode, like literally, not figuratively, but literally, where there's very little light, and it's difficult to see, and you're watching people get shot, and you're watching the Jem'Hadar attack. Like at one point they go to like attack Ezri, but somebody has to jump in there, and you see the captain of these 43 people gets killed. And it's just a very depressing episode, because it's a very real episode about these military soldiers being in war. And it's not we're in a ship and our ship's getting attacked. It's we're in the dirt, we're in the mud, and we're getting shot at nonstop. You're tired, you're hungry, and you can't do anything but still keep fighting back. Now, this episode does have a great guest star. Bill Mummy is one of the soldiers. He was the original Will Robinson in Lost in Space, and he actually has a cameo. I won't ruin it for those who haven't seen it yet, but he is in the new Lost in Space, the new Netflix show, which I've thought about doing reviews of that one too. Season 2 is soon to come out, and it's a great show. But so that's kind of cool. At this time, Bill Mummy was also one of the main characters in Babylon 5, so I thought that was kind of cool that he did. He's mostly in that show, but he does have a cameo in this one. Kind of like Majel Barrett is in Star Trek, well known for being in Star Trek, but she had a little bit of Babylon 5. So they kind of go both ways. This episode also has a very impactful moment where throughout this episode, Quark kind of was forced to tag along. And he's almost the voice of reason, if you will, for this episode, where he's the people who never go to battle. He's always kind of in the background, like, let the humans go to war. Humans are like evil creatures, and we have no right to be here. Whereas Nog, who is the military officer, is like, this is my job. And they use Nog because he's a Ferengi, so he has like the giant ears and can hear everything. Well, at one point, they use him to try to find a Jem'Hadar base, and when they get under attack, he gets blown up, basically, and his leg is completely blown off. Which this will become a very important moment for Nog, and we'll see it come up a couple episodes later when it's only a Paper Moon episode. And like the actor who played Nog did such a fantastic job. Like Aaron did a great job just being like the soldier who was willing to do everything and then now has to live with those choices. And I don't know, I thought it was a great episode watching him go through these different levels and how everybody just kind of dismissed him, but now he's a war hero. So I really enjoyed this episode. I thought this was a great episode, and it did a great job of not just being like sci-fi war, but actually showing how dark war can actually be. I thought it was great at that. For those who have seen this one, did that stand out to you? Go ahead, just let me know what you guys think about it, and let me know what you think about Bill Mummy. Thank you guys for everything, and I will see you guys next time for The Covenant.